Okay, today I actually got home in a godly hour. Still daylight. Wonderful. So before I jump into this lovely pool in front of me, let me tell you first about Malaysia and corruption. To be fair, it's not Malaysia. It's most Southeast Asian countries. But I want to illustrate the life here so you understand Malaysia is, after all, truly Asia. So my wife and I, being busy working professionals, we hired a maid from the Philippines to help us take care of our newborn child. For all foreign workers, they need to do a physical checkup, right? To make sure they're physically fit. There's no diseases they're bringing in from abroad. So of course my maid went in for a physical checkup at a government approved facility, clinic. X-ray was done and it was deemed there was some cloudiness in the film. So the doctor said, this is maybe tuberculosis. I say, okay, well that's strange because we've been living with this maid in Turkey for the last 2-3 months and we didn't feel any symptom. None of us, the children, the baby, us, or even the maid, has any symptom. So we add, and also having a diagnosis of tuberculosis is going to cause her work visa to be rejected and for her to be deported. So we asked the doctor, is it possible we get a second opinion? Doctor said, yeah, sure. You can get another opinion from a private hospital who has better cameras, better newer equipment. And if the film comes back clear, then I will write it off. It's no problem. Okay. Well, the doctor said that, unbeknown to us, the nurse already submitted the X-ray to the government health ministry. That's where the fun begins. So we went ahead and went to a private hospital and got it done again. And sure enough, it was a mistake. So there was poor X-ray filming. It's not tuberculosis. So we go ahead and brought the report back from the private hospital with the doctor's private hospital doctor's analysis, and we asked this government sanctioned clinic to look again. Doctor agreed with the private doctor that hey, it is not tuberculosis. It was the first film just had some bad filming. Okay, so good enough. I said okay, no problem. Let's go ahead and submit the second film to the government since the first film was already submitted. Guess what happened? The government said, no. The first film showed cloudiness, and the doctor stated that it was tuberculosis. We're going to take that as judgment. But we disputed. Say, look, even the first doctor said that the film has problem. It was unclear, and that's why we did the second film as per the first doctor's instruction. And both the second doctor and the first doctor concur that it was bad film, not tuberculosis. So why would you reject her application? Let me tell you why. A few days later, this public servant who has some power over this case dropped a not so subtle hint to our agent that in order for him to validate the second report, he wanted 10,000 ringgit as fee. 10,000 ringgit is just about $2,000 to $2,500, depending on what exchange rate is we're talking about. Because Malaysian ringgit has been depreciating against dollar like everyone else's currency. Okay, so $2,500. So just so the man does what he should be doing in the first place. We said, nah, I don't think so. We're not going to pay this bribe in order for you to do something that you're supposed to do. We'll pay a bribe if in case this was dirty. In fact, if she was sick, I know people pay bribes. I don't know, we would pay bribe because if she was truly sick, we would definitely not hire her, right? So we refused to pay the bribe. No. And sure enough, they say, okay, fine, rejection, bam, stamp, passed to the health minister. The story doesn't end there. Well, no. You see, what this minister doesn't know is he's dealing with somebody with money. And people with money have resources. So what do? Within a week, we hired a lawyer who made a nice visit to the ministry, to his office, and asked him to explain why, given all the evidence we have supported, why he chose to only look at the first x-ray and not consider the second ray, when even the doctor gave him the opinion that the first x-ray was invalid. Of course, what do you think happened, guys? Being a good government official, they never admit they did anything wrong. He found a loophole. He said, well, the second report was done by a private hospital, not by a government-sanctioned, appointed the clinic to do it. We said, look, the doctor from the first clinic asked us to go to a private one to do a second report. Oh, yeah, I think there's a miscommunication. Do another one, just by another public hospital. By our government-appointed clinic. And if you come back clear, then I'll approve this case. So you see, my friends, this is Southeast Asia. This is Asia. This is the world in general. And this is the reason why I'm pessimistic about this part of the world. This is the reason why, till this world understand this kind of BS. No, this part of the world will never understand, because Asian culture only care about themselves, their immediate family, and their closest friends and relatives. That is the culture in Asia. So let's get real. It will never become a fair, equitable, just, law-abiding society. Doesn't matter whether it has democracy or it has any of the institutions the West has. It won't do it, simply because culture. Asian culture does not allow people, does not train people, does not instill in people this sense of fairness and justice. It's every man for himself. The moral of the lesson, at least in my lifetime, those Asians who search for justice, who search for fairness, who search for something better in life, will still go to the white man's world. And these people are the ones who push societies forward. So, unfortunately, in my lifetime, as I said in the last video, I don't believe that the Asian world will surpass the Western world. I'm sad by it, but I lived in Asia long enough to understand this is how the system works. I'll play by the game, just to get things done. If sometimes you have to do it straight, sometimes you have to do it crooked, sometimes you have to be soft like a bamboo, sometimes you have to pound them like a hammer. But just to get the thing done. That's it for today. Goodbye.